Okay, on the third stage, what I started then looking into was like, what kind of tools would I possibly need to get if I was going to make a basic shoe. You know, and what I found out was you basically take the shape of your foot and you kind of draw a pattern of how you want the leather to wrap around your foot, and then you need a sewing machine, a heavy duty one that can sew leather, and you just basically form like a thick leather sock basically around your foot. Then you take this leather sock that you've sewn together and you glue it down onto some sort of sole that's either rubber or another form of thick leather. And so I was on Instagram and saw all these pictures of various tools, you know. So this thing, I forget what this is called, but maybe it's in the experience, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's a specific basically shape that you would then draw, like as you can see here in that picture. That almost looks like a dress shoe at this point, right? It's a shape, and that's the idea behind it. It's like a weird like rubber block, almost like a PVC mat that you would cut things with X-Acto knife on, but instead of a mat, it's a shape of a shoe. And so you would be able to take your cloth on there and kind of draw it and cut it out and things right on that if you wanted to. And then this also acted as a press. So as you can see here, there's like a little like mold or something that this thing is pressing the sole, first part of the sole into. So I was like, man, do I need to get equipment like this? You know what I mean? I was like, how much is that? I know it ain't cheap. You know what? There's another version of it. As you can see, this was made out of some other kind of material, but you see it pushing the leather down. You can then draw kind of like around it, and it kind of starts shaping the shoe to fit to the bottom of your foot, I guess, is the concept. And so here's a tool that punches these rivets, you know, like when you're sewing, and this, I'll show you all this later, but when you sewing your shoe, when you're putting your shoestring through the holes, this is an eyelet, and this machine made eyelets is what that's doing. So that was pretty cool. And then what else did I see? Oh yeah, a heavy duty sewing machine. And so when you see these really cool dress shoes that have these neat sewn patterns onto them, as far as the dress shoe goes, I should grab. I don't have any of my shoes with me. I should pull them off. But I was like, dude, I need to get one of those. And so then I saw this. Also, this was pretty cool. This was layout showing you quite a few things. You had your scissors. You had these cool sort of carving X-Acto knives that are shaped a certain way for you to get certain cuts. You have, you know, just various things like different kinds of hole punchers and stuff. And I was like, well, that don't look like a whole lot of tools to have to get to make a shoe. And I was like, I think I could do that. So I did get I already had a few tools, and I didn't get really any of these specialty tools other than I think like these things that kind of look like pliers. I think that's what they were using to make their eyelets, you know, so you can put your, I don't know why I keep doing the sewing motion when you're tying your shoe and you're putting the shoelaces through the shoe. And so I did get a handful of tools, and you'll see me showing those and how I use them later in that. What I'm trying to do also is break down costs, just in case you want to do these two and make your own shoes.